Hello, it's January 2022, a new year, and you know what, thank goodness for that. But a new year does mean a new house, and we're getting towards the end now, and this is looking at the colour palette for the kitchen. And as you know, those colours, they need to talk to each other. Highlight though was Party at the Tartans. Gotta love a party at the Tartans. It's actually Zena's birthday, so this is a surprise party, and the surprise was that we had to do all the cooking. It all went fantastically well under Jackie's guidance, except for my mayonnaise. We won't talk about that. Next day, get away from the Tartans, go for a walk. More Tartans, yes, and they're breeding. It's multiplying. Well, go to Swansea, that'll sort them out. And go for a walk, get some beautiful fresh sea air. And guess what? He's followed me down. Well, what can you do? But he is a magnificent cook of Spanish food. And here's Gary's seafood pasta paella. Truly delicious. Next day, it looks like it's going to be fine. And they've reopened the old Swansea pier. So the fishermen were there. We could see our old house. All the fishermen got interrogated by Gary. And as far as we could work out, none of them caught anything. This is literally a bathtub with an engine. I would not go to sea in that myself, but they all seemed pretty happy to do so. This old boy taking a walk by the sea wall. Look at this fine young pup here. And the moon's out. It's always nice to see the moon, isn't it? And at the other side of the bay, the sun was going down, so that was all looking very good. Griff and David, we set off another bit of the South Wales coastal path. We're doing very well. This was hard going. It was a nice day, but it was up and down, and it was very muddy. Griff had slippers on, so we were slip sliding all over the place. You know, I reckon we only did about 5 miles, but we were exhausted by the time we got to Barry Island, just as the sun was going down. That was a good day, and so was the footy. We went off to watch the football. The two Davids were wildly excited at the prospect of that. These are Swansea Ultras looking mean, and then this is what David likes. In with Seamus, in the pub, with Griff. We just love going to the Queen's. Mark and Seamus, they like the pump house. Siobhan, very happy there. This is Thomas's old baseball hat, and Harry Bear. Yeah, starting to clear the house up. These are Matthew's penguins. You think he's got a lot? Well, haha, they've been breeding, yeah. And so is soft toys as well. So most of those went off to the charity shop, and a few went off to Matthew. Went to see Matthew in Bristol, and he's looking after the Ralph Steadman for me. That's a good thing. Daniel, meanwhile, is just being ill. And yeah, for all those days, poor old sod, yes. But Mum wasn't ill, and she wasn't allowed to go and visit her, but we could Zoom her, which was nice indeed. So off to London town, we've got a new place to meet each other. Off the Love train now, and it's at the back of Bannington Station. I went down the pub. We're meeting up with Holmesy, who's come from the States. He's had a tough time, but he's with friends, which is very, very nice to see. And you know what? We've been playing cards now for about 30 years. Look at it. We haven't changed at all. Big news is that Roddy got his job confirmed, and he was a big winner. I was a big winner, and Paskin here was a horrible loser, all of which mildly amuses Mel. So, past the Albert Hall, I went to the V&A to get some photographs for my next philosophy video. I wanted some kind of Egyptian stuff and a little bit of Greek. I think this guy's a philosopher, this one may be a god. And I just got this one because I liked it. I've got no excuses. I'm very sorry, very, very sorry. Islamic bowl, beautiful Islamic bowl, I have to say, and some pages from the Quran. Look at that calligraphy, astonishing, and an angel in Queen's Park. So we're trying to get our steps up now. We're up to 10,000. We went along the canal for a lovely meal in an Italian restaurant. This is a French restaurant. Both meals spectacularly good, as was the standings party. Rob and Lucy, marvellous hosts. Mel danced the night away, went back to get the car. The next day, pub lunch, the best of London really. And then on to Hampstead Heath. And you can see as the sun comes out, we're pretty happy. Really, it's when it's grey and windy and horrible we don't like it. But London, blue skies, truly great. So now, back to Cheltenham. And Becca and James, marvellous. As we love going, we invite ourselves around at every opportunity. Becca's a fantastic cook. James just likes drinking. This bottle of Chateauneuf de Pape that Thomas kindly gave me, a double bottle. Delicious. Thank you, Thomas. The dog's very happy as a pack. And you can see the kind of the walking theme continuing. Trying to get up 10,000 to 11,000 steps. You either do it in one or you do 2 or 3 little separate walks. This is my old university here, and then we were thinking, I think, about going off and making marmalade. So I was investigating the fruit and veg stall. These are Seville oranges, but we'll probably do it next year now, I reckon. What we are going to do this year is a walk in the Canary Islands with the gang. This is a bit of a rehearsal up at the top of the escarpment. blustery old day. We had a fantastic time. A bit like the walk in Swansea, it was up and down, so it's quite hard work, but you can see that we're all pretty happy, even with the crummy old pub that we went to at the end of it. But girls, if you've been waiting for this, if you've been waiting for the builder slot, there's Steve with a drill being watched by guns, and it's all happening, kind of starting to get to finishing time. Staircases, plasterers, done a wonderful job. The garden room being used as a workshop. Zibby and the painters, that was Mel's beautiful room. So room after room is being done. The windows are all being put in. This quagmire here is soon going to be a marvellous patio. So January 2022, a new year, a new start, and we're out partying. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye.